How do you organize concepts and ideas for information in order to write an effective explanatory or informational text? In this lesson, you will learn to write informational text by creating a graphic organizer to organize your writing. Let's review. In Lesson 1, we identified these key terms as important to our informational text writing. We asked ourselves, what are the important vocabulary terms and concepts? A common mistake to avoid, not organizing concepts and ideas before beginning to write. Oh no, I didn't organize my ideas properly. My writing doesn't make sense and I'm missing information. First, we're going to define the key vocabulary words in common language to aid in reader understanding of the informational text. Second, we're going to relate the words to each other conceptually and place them in a logical or sequential order. Then we're going to use the organizer and key vocabulary to write a draft of our informational essay. We're going to define the key vocabulary words by summarizing the definitions. Each of these definitions can be complex and include a lot more than what you see here. What we have done is taken the definition of each of these vocabulary words and broken them down and summarized them into their basic components that are needed for the informational piece that we're writing. We asked ourselves, what do each of these words really mean? Number 1, we're going to define the key content area vocabulary words in common language to aid in reader understanding of the informational text. For example, the word chromosomes. We have taken all of the information we have about that and summarized it as parts of genes that have alleles on them containing the codes for an organism's traits. These are the key components to what a chromosome is. We do not simply copy a definition from a glossary or dictionary. We ask ourselves, what is the important information that I need to include? Next, we relate the words to each other conceptually and place them in a logical or sequential order. You will see here there are numbers by each of the words. Since genetics is our main idea, it is numbered 1. We have picked meiosis as number 2 and gametes as number 3. We have numbered each vocabulary word in the sequence they should be mentioned in the explanatory or informational article. We thought about how are these concepts related to each other. These words are numbered in a logical sequence. For example, meiosis produces gametes, so meiosis is 2 and gametes is 3. In what order should these concepts be presented? That is our question as we number these particular vocabulary words and entries. Number 3, use the organizer and key vocabulary definitions to write a draft of your informational writing piece. Here we have taken each of our vocabulary words and their definitions and put them together to write a draft of our explanatory or informational writing piece. We thought about how can I explain the relationship between these concepts to others. In this lesson, you have learned to write informational text by creating a graphic organizer to organize your writing. For guided practice, use these vocabulary words and definitions and create your own graphic organizer and your own logical sequence and informational or explanatory writing piece. Think, how are all of these concepts related? How can I explain them to others as you do your writing and organizing? Extension activities. Write an explanatory or informational essay about one of your hobbies or interests using a key vocabulary chart to organize your thoughts. Think about what vocabulary terms will people need to know in order to understand my hobby or interest. Choose a concept from a social studies or science textbook and write an explanatory or informational essay on the topic. Create and use a key vocabulary chart to organize your thoughts. Think about what are the concepts and terms people will need to know to understand this concept. Why is it important to organize your thoughts before you begin the writing process?